What would we say is some strategy or at least some motivation for why those caught in the corner trap want to hear what we got to say on the stock side and I'll touch on the real estate side?
So like, this my bread and butter right here. Right?
Yeah,
we Wall Street trapping for a reason. You heard me?
Yeah.
So what I love about, and there's nothing against nobody else, but what I love about the trapper, the hustling mindset is you already have the business mindset in you. The great thing about the stock market is it's already a bunch of businesses. That's all it is. It's a bunch of businesses. So what happens for me, how it was so easy for me to make the transition realistically was the stock market resembled what I did in the streets. Who has the best product? Who are the customers? That's the first and foremost. Who has the best product?
Right.
How do they relate to their customers? How do they get their product to their customers? Right? So we understood that. So from the trap, all you looking at now is, and this is how the stock market works. Who are the biggest dope boys? Right? Who has the biggest pack? Who has the best work? And you see that by just saying, okay, if you think about a company name, does that company name ring a bell to you? What it do? So let me give you an example. If you think about Home Depot, the first thing you think about is home improvement, things like that, right? Boom, leader of an industry, right? When you think about Nike, boom, leader of an industry, right? So this is a big company that has what I like to call lifetime customers, right? So one thing, if you're in the streets, check this out. On the 1st and the 3rd, sometimes the 15th, without a doubt who getting their check, when they getting their check, and who they coming.
Hey, Trip.
They're coming to you. You got lifetime customers. Them the same customers, they can get it from you on credit because their money good. So what you're going to look at in the streets is before you even try to go deep, this is the thing, you don't even got to go deep. You ain't even got to go try to find these miracle companies. You can look right here and say, what companies do I know without a doubt that has lifetime customers? Apple, lifetime customers. People ain't going nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Ain't going nowhere. So this is what we looking for. We taking the same mindset. We taking the same analogy and say, who got the biggest trap house? Who got the biggest trap house, family? Who trap house always jumping? No
I'm
water
bet on
whip.
them.
You know what I'm saying? No water whip, no isotol, no B12, right? What I mean by that is, so even though Nike is booming, Nike the big dog, but if you look at Adidas, you're like, well, this shit water whip sometimes. For every 10 pair they drop, they may drop 1 pair of cool tennis. But for Nike, every 10 pair they drop, 6 of them joints going boom, boom. They got the biggest trap house. That's what we going with. Like, it's simple, fam. We use the same analogy. We ready for it. So when it come to breaking down the business, you looking at one thing, like when you set your trap house up, I don't know if some of them probably ain't never had it, but how much money is coming in compared to how much money going out. So check this out. If I score a pack, when I re-up, the re-up money is not everything I brought in. The re-up money is everything I spent. The re-up money comes first, and what I spent last, that's what I'm working with. So who can re-up the best? Like after they do everything, after they pay their bills, after they do advertising, who got re-up money? Who got re-up money? Right? This is what we looking at. It ain't that hard.
Right.
It ain't that hard.
Who got that net profit? Yeah.
It was simple. Profit loss statements. We looking at that assets and liabilities. By the time I take the bags, by the time I take the scale, by the time I take the other stuff, once I take that all out the way, what I got left for a profit, the first thing I do is get the re-up money. Before I even look at a profit, I got the re-up money. So you're looking at a business who always got re-up money. Straight up. Like, it's not hard. Only thing what happened was they took the terminologies and they put it in a way that we didn't understand. Because if Jay start talking about some real estate stuff that I'm like, man, I don't even know what that is. Jay, you gotta talk to me in dope boy talk. You know what I'm saying? And then when you say, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what that is.
Right, so need a translator.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You just be, we learn how to translate the information. And for me, it was saying, okay, this is that. This is that. Okay, this is like consignment. Okay, cool. This points on a pack. Oh, okay, I know what that is. You know what I'm saying? So that's all we doing. Finally, we take that same. So for all hustle, I want to tell you, for trappers, and I ain't singling nobody out in any kind of trap, when we talk a corner trap here, the same knowledge that you have, that you learn how to hustle, because nobody taught you how to hustle. You witnessed the game. You got a firsthand experience. You are You brave. You willing to take chances. So if you're willing to take chances on your life every day, this is how I looked at it too. If I was willing to take a chance on my life every day and all I can lose here was a little money, I would take this over that any day. Any day. Because my life ain't on the line right here. It's just a little money.
Thanks.
It's just a little money. So for trappers, man, I want to say that, man, the stock market is equivalent and it's the mirror image of the trap, family. They just got different words, man. My God, blow is good, family. Yeah, man, for sure, man. So that's what I would say, man.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. When it comes to the real estate game, I look at like the houses are just another product. That's it. And it just depends on who you want to be to the product. Like you could be what they call wholesaling real estate. And that's just basically where you middleman in it. You could be the guy that get points in between, right? If you find a house that you could flip or find a house that has good rental income, you don't, choose to participate as an actual investor in the property. You could still contract that property. You could still control the deal and you could middleman it, ship it off to somebody else, put a little more on top of what you got it for. So you got the house. You got the house on the contract for 80. You know that it'll go for 87. You charge somebody else 87, get your 7 on top. You made your money. You ain't have to even buy nothing. You just put your points on, right?
Points on the pack.
That's it. Points on the pack. You know what I'm saying? Oldest hustle in the book. You know what I mean?
It's a fact.
Right.
It's a fact.
Now, there might be cost to that. Even with putting points on the pack, you might got to make sure that the transporter paid. You might got to make sure that they get weighed out properly. You might got some travel costs, some shipping costs, whatever it is. But that's your cost, right? Even as somebody that's wholesaling, you might got to pay for a little marketing. You might got to pay for the closing costs. You might got to pay for an attorney or a contract. That's just your cost in your operation. Some people want to level it up from just being a middleman or middlewoman, and they want to actually
be the plug.
They want to be the plug. You feel me? And I think, like, to your point, and we're going to get into some more of this game Saturday again, free class, crisisclass.com. The same way you look at how you said, if I could risk my freedom every day, there's no problem in risking a little bit of money. That's the biggest consequence, a little bit of money, other than my life and my freedom. Right. So that's why I'm such a big component of what we call using TBM or the bank's money or OPM, or other people's money, is because at the end of the day, when you get nice at financing, so people don't understand that there's different parts of real estate. So you got guys or gals that could be good with construction and flipping and this and that and all that. I've mastered from 22 the art of financing. Right, in real estate. That's the money. If you understand how to control the money, you can control any transaction, any deal. And so the cool part about the money and the credit, so the credit can always give you access to the money. And there's four kind of credit out there. I'm gonna bust it down for y'all this Saturday, free game, crisisclass.com. There's 4 kind of credit out there. So you understand the 4 mechanisms of credit, and then you understand. So this is why I used to tell my homies, when I first got into real estate and I was doing mortgages, I was managing mortgage companies, I was closing out loans, financing, and I was a landlord, and I was an investor, and I was a realtor, right? All at the same time. And so I would try to get my boys in the game like, yo, King, you know that with a 620 credit score, you get 100% financing, right? Or even down to a 580 sometimes, right? Like, yo, you don't even need a big credit score, right? State of income, these kind of different loans. And then I remember them coming back like, yeah, but if the deal don't work out, then it might mess my credit up. I'm like, bro, you selling ounces of dope every day. Right. So you worry about your credit getting messed up because of your credit with a real estate flip, but you just sent your girl to the city to get 9 ounces. You know what I'm saying? You risking your life, your freedom, and money. So the cool part, we get into the leverage game, right? And we understand that world opens up at that 230 trillion out there of debt that's out there in the world, as opposed to the 50 trillion of cash, coins, and currency. That 230 trillion of debt that's in the world that we can access just leveraging paper. See, credit was a paper game made up by the wealthy. They allow them to not use their own paper, but to use this new paper to be able to get some more paper without the risk to their own paper. So we get nice on a credit game and a financing game, and then understanding how to evaluate different kinds of real estate assets, whether it be wholesale, flip, residential real estate, commercial real estate, whatever. As we get nice with that, then we can start using the bank's money, and we got limited risk. So if something don't pan out, this is what I tell everybody, look, whether you got an $8,000 loan, an $80,000 loan, or an $80 million loan, if you default on a loan or your business crumbles or the corona happens and you can't pay the loan, whatever happens, and you got the bank's money out there, nobody's pulling up on you, ain't nobody shooting you.
Facts.
Ain't nobody locking you up if you ain't did nothing wrong. The biggest consequence you got if you borrow the bank's money and you can't facilitate successfully a transaction, which we want you to. We're not saying for everybody to go lose. We want you to win, right? Because you want to have a good track record of using money so you can get more money. But if, God forbid, all hell broke loose and you cannot successfully complete a transaction, the bank is not running up in your crib. They're going to send you a letter in the mail. You're going to get a letter.
That's a fact.
I don't care if it's an $8 million loan. You'll get a letter in the mail saying, what can we do about this?
Yeah.
And so I just think it's a lot for us to open our minds up to for how we can beat the trap, understanding that this ain't you got a pack and a plug running up on you because you came short with the money.
You ain't got to run up on the plug, man.
you ain't even got to. You know what I'm saying? You can do good business, and if it don't go well, you got multiple options. And I think that in this climate right now, well, what I believe is going to happen with the real estate market, I think it's going to correct itself very, very soon.
It has to.
What we already see happening with the stock market, this is the most critical time that everyone could tap in and learn, and not just learn, but potentially master or get as nice as you can get with it from two of the best that teach this and translate this. Man.
Come on,
and that
man.
do this.
Facts.
Right? This is a perfect time for y'all to learn real estate and stocks in your real life. Perfect time.
That's a
perfect
fact.
time for your family, right?
It's
so free class, crisisclass.com. Tap in.
Tap in, man, for sure, man. Like Jay said, you know, this the best time. The people just gave you an extra 30 days that you're going to be on quarantine, sitting in your crib, right? There's no reason why you shouldn't be in this class Saturday, right? There's no reason why you shouldn't be sending this live out to 10, 15 people because you done learned a lot in the live already. So you should be pressing that little airplane and sending that live out too. So one of the things Jay said about leverage, right? King said leverage is so dope. Let me tell you what's crazy about the stock market. This is one of the reasons why it was invented, right? So this how they started leveraging, right? Because they leveraged other people's money. This is what they did. They said, okay, this is what I don't want to do. I started a business, right? I got this business, right? And the people say, okay, well, I don't want to get a bank loan because I got to pay that back, right? So no matter who you is, you don't like paying people back. It is what it is. Right. You pay them back because you want to keep your name good, but you're like, man, I don't really want to pay that back. You feel me? Especially you done made your money. So this is what they did. What do I have to do to build my business and not pay the bank back? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what's called an IPO on the stock market. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my business. I'm going to go to this underwriter. I'm going to let the underwriter value my business, cut my business down into pieces, put them pieces on the stock market and say, listen, y'all, you can get a part of my business, a piece of my business for your money. Now, I'm not going to give you your money back. But what I am going to do is I'm going to pay you as my business grows from the business. So they leverage their business without even having to put no money up. That was the same thing King just said, the power of leverage. They said, okay, how much of your business you want to put on the stock market? I want to put, how much my business worth? 100 billion? Cool. Let me put 30 billion of it up on the stock market. Let's break it down into pieces. Let's break it down and let's issue them out. So now when I sell those shares, I get that money. Look, I'm not paying you back. But what I am going to do is give you a piece of ownership in my business. So when I give you a piece of my ownership, now since we know that ownership is the only way you can build wealth, right? Since you know that, see, the wealthy know this, the poor-minded people don't know this. So you think you got a lot of, see, the poor-minded people think if I work my ass off and then I save, then I'm going to be wealthy. You not knowing that the inflation going to bust your money up. So you in the bank using that money. So what he did was, I'm going to take this money, I'm going to take these 35 billion, issue it out in shares, give it to the people. I'm going to get the people money. I'm going to expand my business. I'm going to triple my wealth while adding to yours. It's a win-win situation for everybody.
Win-win.
I leverage your money. You build my business. We all win. We all good. And if I do it long enough, now I'm going to pay you some dividends. So now you getting equity and I'm going to shoot you some bread. So that's like me saying, Jay, give me the pack. Once I get this, I'm going to give you what you asked me for back. I'm going to give you a little interest, but because it came up, I'm going to toss you up something on the side. You're going to rock with that, man. Give me that. And you know what you're going to do now? You're going to keep doing business with me because I'm doing good business.
Yeah.
The same thing.
You know, somebody just said it. That's exactly what we did with the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. We did a non-traditional IPO where we offered shares of our company at $50 per share to say, yo, you want a piece of our company? It's $50 per share. Minimum 10 shares or $500 investment, but you have equity and ownership in this company, our entire real estate portfolio, and an opportunity for future distributions and dividends.
100%.
Right? At an 8% preferred return. So
nice.
we was able to raise over $8.5 million from 9,700 investors without the stock market.
Salute that.
And be able to control our own economics and then go out there and fund other minority investors and developers and build more wealth and more assets.
Salute that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
salute
again, that. It's the leverage game. So all I'm teaching is my last 24 years of experience from extracting the game from the wealthy and coming back and bringing it to the village, like you said.